Hey guys, got a special project going on. It's a print and play game. It's pretty epic. It's been on my to-do list for a while. It's called Smash Monster Rampage, the print and play board game. You can actually, they have gone through and made an actual board game that you can purchase if you don't want to go through all this. But it involves, has more rules and more stuff. And they also have an expansion for it. So I made this little rule book myself. It's just construction paper. You print out the rules. If I can get it to open up here. Oh, we're going to need that later. You just print out the rules. And what I did was I stapled it down the side and then used a piece of duct tape for the binding of the spine. And it works great. I've been doing this for a while now. I did a Minecraft recipe book just like this, and it worked out awesome. So these are the rules. Separately are the build instructions, the assembly instructions, but I decided to add them at the end of the rule book just in case I needed them for future reference or use. So there's only 2 pages that do not want to separate. There we go. So yeah, you can either make your own or just you know, use the printed out. I got a little fancy with the cheese whiz over there. And then you'll see in front of me a bunch of these pieces. Now I have the main game board behind me on a giant sheet of cardboard drying. I've taped it all together and then I glued it onto the cardboard. And here's a look at that. And when that, you'll see me, I'm going to coat everything in Mod Podge just to seal it and so that it lasts for a pretty long time. I love print and play games. Zombie in My Pocket's one of my absolute favorites. Escape the Dead's another one which I haven't shown here on the channel, but I will do. And I'll also do a how-to on that. So this first video is going to be how to build the game. And then the next video that should follow this one will be gameplay of Smash Monster Rampage. So I have done a lot of pre-work here, as you can kind of see. So you can print this out on cardstock, and I recommend that, especially for someone that hasn't been crafting with cardboard and stuff for a while. But for me, I didn't have any cardstock, so I printed it out on regular paper. Just regular printer paper, and then glued it to cereal box cardstock. You can tell that here. You can really tell on the monster here. We like crunch berries. There are some ups and downs to it. It's a little bit harder to cut. The monster here you would typically fold in half and then trim him out, but it would be hard to, because I'm going to have to hot glue this together, it would be hard to cut through 2 layers of the cereal box card and any hot glue. So I did have to fully cut him in half, but that's okay. He's going to go together pretty nicely. And then we'll trim it up to look really good. So my scissors have been through a lot, so they're starting to get dull, but I do recommend, if your wife's into Pampered Chef, to get the sharpener, because it has sharpener for scissors. Just saying. So, and then I scored all the folding lines, and what scoring is you're just taking a razor knife and pressing down and just breaking the surface so that it folds easily. You can see it folds good here. The valley folds, which make a V. They're called valley folds. You have to cut on the back side, and then mountain folds, which make it look like a upside down V, you have to cut on the front side to get those folds. And I mean score, not cut. Otherwise this wouldn't be together. So, and then you'll look at your assembly instructions to see how they go together. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to do this all in high speed so you guys don't have to sit through, you know, and I pre-did all this stuff so that it would go a lot faster for you guys. I do have to put the backs on these. You can see this is Reese's Puffs. These are the cards. And I've already done one fully. I do have the backs right here. So I have this monster hit card. Anytime you hit the monster, you're going to draw a card. Okay. And I've just glued them together on top of the serial card, which makes it nice stiff. And I like that. And then I put it obviously in a sleeve. So I will do that. I have the buildings all pre-cut and or pre-scored and folded and ready to build. It's real simple. You're going to glue all the tabs down just like that, create a building. And there's various different sizes. This is the monster dice, and you're just going to make a big giant dice. But what I'm going to do with this is, before I glue down the last flap, I am going to fill it with some air dry Model Magic clay. It gives it a little bit of weight so it feels like you're rolling an actual dice. And I have made smaller ones before and they worked out great. These are your fire markers, and they kind of go together like this. It kind of makes a little star, and they will sit on top of buildings when the buildings catch on fire. Then you have helicopters. You have 3 for each color. Same with the tanks. You get 3 of each color. And they go together a certain way, so I have already pre-folded everything. So this way assembly will go by pretty quick. And then we have, I don't even know how many survivors. I think there's a dozen survivors, 6 of each color. Okay. And then these are the tracker sheets. So you know how many units you have, how many units you've lost. And there's cards that you earn while playing the game that will allow you to take lost unit. Well, you put more units in reserve, but you take them from the lost pile and put them in here. And we'll go over more rules and stuff later during gameplay. So you got 2 of those. What I'm going to do with these is take a green sheet for the green of construction paper, put it behind it, which will give it a nice big green border and a green backing. And then I'm going to send this through the hot laminator. And obviously I'll do the same with the orange side, but I will use orange construction paper. Okay, so I'm going to set these off to the side because I really want to get to the build part of this. The main build, which is all this fun stuff. And I've got my assembly instructions just in case I need to take a look at them. And I'm going to be playing music, but for this video, you guys will be hearing the lovely sounds of royalty-free music from Kevin MacLeod. So, without further ado, oh, you can see I'm using a hot glue gun, which is another benefit of using the cereal box card, is that I get to use a hot glue gun, which means faster results. And then again, we're going to Mod Podge everything so that it just seals it, and it will keep for a long time. Alright? So I'm going to get cranking and get to putting this together. All right, everyone. Hey, it was a long journey, but well worth it. Here we have our completed Smash Monster Rampage game, and I am excited. I know the kids are excited. They've been drooling over it while I've been building it, and they're very excited to get together and play this game. I will offer you guys one tip. If you are going to print this out on cardstock, don't do the Mod Podge. Skip the Mod Podge. But what I like about doing it this way is, one, the cereal box card is very, very durable and tough, so the kids can really, get their hands on it and not ruin it. Also, with the Mod Podge, not only does it seal it, gives it a nice shine. It almost looks like plastic. It definitely has the feeling of being plastic, but we all know that it's just cereal box card. We have all of our pieces here. We have our survivors. We have the orange team, the green team. We have our monster hit cards. We have our little fire things for the top of the buildings when they get hit or smashed or just simply caught on fire. All right, so I'm going to get the kids after school and we're going to play some Smash Monster Rampage. I'm amped up to play this game. I hope you are too, and we'll see you in the next video.